Scientists from the Department of Environment and Reef are continuing to collect data in all 3 islands as the Nassau Grouper's annual reproductive ritual reaches its crescendo. Cayman 27's Joe Avery is here with more.
The Moon Project is the longest-running research project of its kind, but even with 18 years of data in the bank and earning interest, scientists say these enigmatic Nassau Grouper still keep them guessing. Spawning began in earnest last night, as you heard from Kevin, the 5th night after the full moon, and it's expected to continue again tonight. And last week, in the calm before the spawn, the Grouper Moon team made the most of their time in the water. Grouper Moon scientists splash into the blue at Little Cayman's West End spawning aggregation. Thousands of Nassau Grouper are already congregating, banded together in the water column above the reef. Others resting amongst the sponges or enjoying some pampering at a cleaning station.
Through the years, we have learned a little bit about what those Nassau Grouper are thinking, but they still keep us guessing.
Reef Director of Science Christy Pattengill-Semmons says the Nassau Grouper typically spawn between 3 and 8 days after the full moon. This year, spawning began on the 5th day, giving scientists plenty of time to collect valuable scientific data with technology one might expect to see in a science fiction film.
We've been doing the lasers a long time. It's a great, easy tool to be able to measure the length of the fish. So we have a setup that's got a bar, 2 parallel lasers that are 25 centimeters apart, and a camera mounted in the middle.
Couple that laser technology with facial recognition software, and the Grouper Moon team can get to know individuals and track their growth rates through time.
We've taken a lot of photos of the face or the head of the Nassau Grouper. We have software that recognizes those. So what we do, we run it through that program and see if they're the same ones that return each year to the SPAG.
DOE Senior Research Officer and Little Cayman native son Dr. Croy McCoy says the Grouper Moon Project is one of ocean conservation's great success stories.
You know, we do have the largest known population of Nassau Grouper in the whole region here in Little Cayman, and hopefully the management decisions we made a few years ago and implemented will transfer into the recovery of the species in a sustainable way.
And while it's too early in this year's research to give an accurate estimate of Little Cayman's Nassau Grouper population, the Grouper Moon team is using every moment of its time below the surface to add to its 18 years of data. Now, the Grouper Moon team will be back in the water tonight at Little Cayman's West End SPAG, collecting eggs and gametes for their future research. Now, the Grouper Moon team is also monitoring the Nassau Grouper spawning aggregations on Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac. We will have more on those efforts later in the week. Live in the studio, Joe Avery, Cayman 27.